Hey viewers, you are watching The Savera and I'm Manpreet Kaur. In a rare and significant development in the Ukraine war diplomacy, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy has announced that trilateral talks between Ukraine and the United States and being Russia's are set to begin in the United Arab Emirates from today. This marks the first official three-way engagements of its kind since the conflict began in February 2022, drawing global attention to fresh efforts to find a diplomatic pathway amid ongoing hostilities. Speaking at the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland, President Zelenskyy said this meeting, scheduled to run through Friday and Saturday, will bring together representatives from all three countries in Abu Dhabi, underlining a renewed push for dialogues. He stressed that while previous negotiations have involved various sectors, this trilateral framework represents a meaningful opportunity to explore steps toward peace. Zelenskyy highlighted that Ukrainian and US teams had coordinated closely before his talks with US President Donald Trump on the sidelines of the forum. He also indicates that documents aimed at ending the war are nearly ready, though he emphasized that progress will depend on all parties' willingness to engage in compromise, particularly Moscow. The Ukrainian leader reiterated that while Kyiv is committed to diplomacy, any peace process must involve tangible compromises from Russia, not just Ukraine. He underlined that lasting peace cannot be achieved without serious negotiations and that a shared commitment to dialogue is essential. From the American side, a delegation including senior envoys is expected to travel to both Moscow and Abu Dhabi ahead of the talks, with US officials signaling a strong interest in facilitating engagement between Kyiv and Moscow. The US has been promoting direct talks as part of a broader strategy to bring the nearly 4 years conflict closest to a negotiated resolution. The decisions to hold talks in the UAE reflects the Gulf nation's increasingly prominent diplomatic role as a natural venue capable of hosting complex negotiations. It also highlights intensified international pressures on all sides to move beyond a prolonged statements that has caused devastating humanitarian and economic tolls. However, analysis cautions that despite the symbolic importance of these meetings, substantive progress and may be difficult. Core issues such as territorial control, security arrangements, and future military postures remains deeply contentious. In particular, Russia's continuous occupations of significant parts of eastern Ukraine and Kyiv's instance on full sovereignties over its territory are major sticking points that will be hard to bridge. Meanwhile, global reactions has been mixed. Some see this first trilateral engagement as a potential breakthrough, offering a diplomatic lifeline that could ease tensions and open pathways to ceasefire discussions. Others remain skeptical, noting that previous negotiations have faltered and that trust deficits between the parties run deep. As the talks get underway in Abu Dhabi, all eyes will be on how far the three sides can move toward compromise and whether these initiatives can translate into concrete outcomes on the ground. That's all for now. Stay tuned with us for more updates. Do like, comment and subscribe our channel.